Completely unprepared for the deluge of questions, this is Tell It Someone. First question is from Joe Freddy. Should we all move to New Zealand? Well, of course, we should move. No. Let's put it this way. If you're talking about, like, anybody in the English-speaking world, the people of the English-speaking world voted for Donald Trump, Boris Johnson and Scott Morrison. So if you don't live in Canada where they voted for, like, the second Trudeau, it's probably inadvisable to move to New Zealand because you don't want to get them to catch our penchant for voting really bad governments. I mean, they've got Jacinda Ardern. She's doing okay. Look, we just leave it at that. Leave it as a wildlife protection reserve. Next question is from 72 Daystar. Is cereal soup? It's it's bits of stuff in milk. So it's stuff in milk, but it's cold. But cereal can be served hot, and soup can be served cold. Wait. Cereal has lumps in it, but if you let it stand long enough, it doesn't have lumps in it. And some soup is smooth, and some smooth soup. You can put fruit in cereal. You can put fruit in. No, tomatoes are a fruit, and tomatoes can go in soup. Oh, no. Right. Soup is sometimes made with water, and you really need to put milk in cereal in order to make it, function properly. I mean, you can put water in it, but then again, you can also put, like, cola or beer or, I don't know, scotch or something in there. I mean, you can make soup with beer. It's a recipe. There's recipes. Okay. Let's get back to it. Boxes of cereal don't have the word soup on it. If it was, it would be cornflake flavoured soup or Fruit Loops flavoured soup. And therefore, according to the packaging, cereal isn't soup. Okay. Next question is from the Emperor Fabulous. Why are white-tailed deer compelled to attack the quadricycles? Well, they are cunning. They tend to attack the quadricycles by, like, stepping out in front of them and then kind of dying, but it kills the quadricycles too. We have something like that. They're called wombats, except the wombats, the quadricycles just bounce off the wombats. And it kills the car, but the wombat is fine because they're armor-plated. But that's the only way wombats are like a white-tailed deer. And we don't have white-tailed deer in Australia. We have white-tailed spiders. They're very poisonous and will give you some kind of gangrene. So I'm not an expert in deers because we don't have them. Except for the feral ones, but they're not white-tailed that I know of. Next one is from the Naked Wombat. if I were to do something, how would I go about doing it? Well, what you do is you start. You start doing the thing that you wanted to do. Don't do like I do and not start, because I didn't start doing this until it's nearly dark, and it's starting to get dark. I even needed this light. Next question. Is from David Pope. What kind of music is the Phantom of the Opera forcing you to sing? Oh dear. The Phantom of the Opera. Well, the Phantom is the ghost who walks, and the opera is like the Marx Brothers movie from 1930 something. I think it was after the day of the races. Then it was the night of the opera, and like it was one of their best ones. So I think the music would be Marxist somehow. I hope that helps. Next question is from Jonathan Stern, and it's the last question for the day. Question: since the planet, the Captain Planet, flies around in the introduction isn't Earth, what planet is it? Well, you're going to have to actually look at the opening thing to Captain Planet, and since we never actually got Captain Planet in Australia. Well, when I was a kid, we never actually got Captain Planet, and if it was broadcast, I didn't get it. Like I got it, but I didn't get it. Now they could have what they could have done is they could have found some maps and traced it onto the planet he was flying around, and that way they could have made it look like the correct thing that it was supposed to be, but I didn't. Perhaps they didn't. Planet. Neil deGrasse Tyson would have been proud of that one. It was a pun about planets and stuff. That's it for Tell It Someone for this week. If you would like to ask me a question, then question asking place is in the place where the questions normally get asked. Or the dovetail question is somehow over here in this new place for me question asking thing to do. And you can ask a question and do a video question if you want. It'll make it more complicated for me to edit, but that's how the things they go sometimes. You win some, you lose some, and I'm dangerously talented, and I don't have a cool sign off.